Over West Side, everybody know everybody, right? I got nothing but love in my heart for West Side niggas, nothing but love.
Live from Detroit, live from Detroit, live from
Detroit. Pink suits with hats to match, big crocodiles and Cadillacs. You looking for the fattest sacks? This is where it's at. Windows tinted, seats fully reclined. Keep the hands on the burner, cause niggas know that it's money on their mind.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, aka the tinfoil hat titan, aka the conspiracy realist, aka the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, aka I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, because all the hoes say J.U. Ice, Young Caesar, because you know you can't run without me. Mr. If you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me, aka the West Side T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Brickman.
What up, though? And it's your man Dame Going Wild, the West Side Landlord, the Pride of PA, High Chief Dame Don't Fuck Around, the liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite Dame, and the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk Podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these four letters. Thank God for Dame. And if you're speaking on Dame, you better say it nice. And if you don't put the boss in front, then bitch, you not saying it right. It is the Honorable Judge Boss Dame. All rise. I am a motherfucking luchador. I'm the champion. Let's go, man.
Yo, welcome back. Shop Talk Podcast, episode 498. On you, hoes. Halloween edition. It is that time.
Now, Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I'm happy to be joined by the brick man. But Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. Because it's always, I mean, it's the day before my birthday. So I mean, this is a holiday I usually always typically celebrate. Just because I just got out the hospital, I didn't do no trick or treating or take the kids trick or treating rather this year for the holiday, just due to, you know, really. Oh, let me get my bang out the way. Really, just for because I'm getting back on my feet. But I love Halloween. I love celebrating. I love to see the kids in their costumes and being excited about Halloween. It's always been my favorite shit. This is probably the first time in 30 years I haven't gone out trick or treating.
You know, I've probably talked about this plenty of times over the last 10 years, but never been trick or treating.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never been trick or treating. I went like 0.1 time because I was like 18. So I don't know if that really count. You feel me? But yeah, I ain't never been trick or treating before, man. So
hey man, you'll go once you have a little Jason Netta or Jay Johnson the 16th. We
definitely
can
not
get.
taking them niggas outside to get candy from strangers. Not doing it.
It's fun, man. It's fun.
It's not. Well, I mean, it could be. You know what I'm saying? I
You've
don't.
never been. You've never been.
But I've always had fun around Halloween. You know, dressing up as different characters and shit. You know,
People
creativity.
don't know. I wish you could post it, but people don't know. You've had a pretty good run of Halloween characters,
I have
from Easy E to Tyrone Biggums. You
Jesus.
did,
I
you were
was Jesus.
Jesus one year.
Yeah, I was fooling, dog. I was really
Uh,
fooling. Shit. 2 years ago, I was Smokey from Friday. You know what I'm saying?
See, now we've been saying we're gonna do Craig and Smokey one year from Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
We
We can
still
still pull that off.
hold on. Last year you were Stone Cold because I was Cactus Jack
Oh shit!
because
We
we went
did
to
do
so
that.
Cheyenne had a party for
Her birthday.
what's it? Yeah, her birthday was a wrestling theme party. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
it wasn't Halloween. It was a wrestling theme, and you came as Stone Cold, and I was Cactus Jack.
yeah, yeah. So you know, it's always a little fun. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. And then
Uh,
we had the my birthday that one year we had a Halloween party.
Yeah. So shit, I was in fatigues, had a mask on, and
You were an alien and I was a priest.
yeah. So look, man,
Chris
we
T
always
was steak eggs and cheat steak cheat. What's the biggie line? Welch's T-bone steak,
cheese
cheese,
eggs and Welch's.
and Welch's great. That's what Chris P was. So man,
Yeah.
we had a good ass time.
Hell yeah. How was your
Cheyenne
week?
was Tommy Pickles.
Yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
what it was.
How was your
Man,
week?
week has been all right, man. I finally got cleared to drive. I haven't done a lot of driving this week, but I finally got cleared to drive. So I'm back out in these streets a little bit. Uh and other than that, man, the just getting stronger. Recovery is, a motherfucker.
Man, I bet.
It's it's the hardest shit I ever went through in my life, but I'm starting to get stronger. Starting to kind of get back to feeling like myself a little bit more. The driving is, I thought driving was just like, bet I'm gonna get back behind the wheel of the car and I'm gonna be straight. I see why they got to take you off for a month because driving still uses your chest to
Hmm.
drive, to shift, to turn, and like my chest is healing, but it's definitely not 100%. It's still like sore than a motherfucker
Yeah.
most days. So, driving was still a little bit of a challenge, but I'm happy to be back out here to at least have some form of independence. I know he'll probably never listen to the podcast, but shout out to my son who has been, my driver for the past month, who's really been helping his old man get around, get to my appointments, get the treatment, making my runs for me. And it's been a lot of saving grace having my baby back at home, man.
Man, that's what's up. Man, that's what's up, man. That's good to hear, dog.
Yeah, man. What about your week, bro?
Oh man. I don't know, man. This is very indifferent, for the most part it was going good, but pray for the family. We're going through some stuff. Hopefully everything could be okay.
Will
Um,
do.
but ups and downs of life, man. If it ain't one thing, it's another for sure.
And hey,
Uh,
man, that's always how life is, unfortunately.
yeah, man. So kind of some shit going on, but we'll make it through. We'll make it through. God
Hey,
willing.
man, prayers up.
Yeah,
Definitely
for sure.
prayers up. I'm gonna add y'all to my prayer list this evening
Man, I appreciate that, man.
because I know firsthand prayer changes things. It
Yes, it does.
works. It
Yeah,
works.
yes, it does. So Halloween. I know you've been going through a lot of shit, man. What did this Halloween feel different? Do it feel? It ain't really
You,
feel Halloweeny to me.
you know what I really enjoy about Halloween, and this may sound strange, is that when you step outside, you smell that air, like it smell like fall.
Mm,
The rain, the little bit of cold air that's out there, like I know it's fall. And I always look forward to that because like the leaves are starting to fall. You get a little bit, it always is like colder or rainy around Halloween. And I know that like Halloween, again, it's the precursor to my birthday. Now
yeah.
this year feels a lot different because normally I'd be like, shit, my birthday fall on a weekend. We going here for dinner. We're gonna go here and get some cigars. We're gonna hang out here. And I don't have that in me this year. Uh, this year's gonna be a quiet birthday for a nigga. I already planned out. I'm gonna order me some pizza. I'm gonna watch some of these college football games. Gucci. And I'm gonna be in the
I'm a Gucci
house.
man for Halloween.
And I'm gonna be in the house sort of chilling for my birthday this year because I'm not 100%. I really had scheduled my surgery when I did, hoping that the doctor told me like, oh man, some people heal and ready to go within about 3 weeks. Yeah, that's some people. That wasn't me. So I kind of scheduled it when I did because I was like, oh shit, by my birthday, I'll be healed the fuck up. I'll be ready to hit the streets and do what the fuck I want to do. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I ain't ready to do that shit, and I'm not gonna try and overexert myself.
Please don't,
Uh,
man. Get your rest, man.
I am not. I'm like I said, I'm gonna order me some food. I'm gonna watch college football. I'm gonna lay around. You know, some people I want to shout out Slick Vic. Vic is Hey man, I know there has been some knock to her in her past, but she always been rock solid with me. I mean, she is my ex, but Vic Kate has come to see me multiple times. She bought me my first birthday gift, bought me a card and some balloons. Shout out to Chris P. She sent me a gift card to one of my favorite restaurants, Buddy's Pizza. So I'm gonna order me
I'll
some
say
pizza tomorrow.
the Taco Bell.
Buddies. So I'm gonna order me some pizza tomorrow. And man, I'm gonna chill out. That's it. You know, hopefully, I'm sure people are gonna want to call, maybe even come by and see me. And listen, man, if you know where I'm at, if you really know me and you know where I'm at, I'm gonna be at the crib. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be relaxing and laying around. So I mean, it's gonna be it while it I understand the outside it does feel like that time of the year feels good, but this isn't a normal birthday for me, and I'm just going, you know, my gift this year is seeing another year of life, bro.
Man,
And
this is
you don't
one of your birthdays is gonna be like this is a really important one for you. You feel me?
Yeah. And I look back on this year, I've done a little bit of everything. I mean, man, I was a judge for a full figure beauty contest. I done had open heart surgery. I've been to a handful of concerts, performances, tampon palooza. I've seen homies pass away this year. And by the grace of God, I'm still here. So my gift and my celebration is that God let me see another year of life, bro. And that's good enough for me. That's
Yeah, I
good
hear
enough for
that.
me.
Man, I hear that for sure, dog. Um, I hear that for sure. Um, when you one you probably want to be cool because you can't afford to get a cold right now. You feel me? This not
No, no,
you're not
that's
in
just
the condition to get sick.
dog. If I cough right now, I'm gonna be damn near in a fetal position. It hurts so bad to cough, sneeze, laugh real hard. I try to
Yeah,
avoid all of that shit.
yeah. So I was thinking like you can't. I mean, you can go outside for sure, but this is like prime time. Let's get sick season, and
Yeah, and
that's
I already had my flu shot, and I'm like I said, I wear a mask everywhere.
good.
And if you don't live in my house and you come to visit me,
Or you have a
uh,
mask on now. What kind of mask we talking?
well, this this is my alter ego, the corner store conquistador. This is Virgil's arch enemy because once I get healed, the conquistador may fly again. But when I'm outside, I got on a surgical mask everywhere I go. If you do not live in this household and you come to visit me, there are surgical masks by the door. Please use them.
Good, good.
Shout out to Chris P for supplying me with the mask. But there are masks as soon as you enter my house. Put one on, and there's a trash bag. As soon as you are walking out, take it off then and, and leave. Oh, we see your face, Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci. Had to drink some water and shit.
I feel you. So, no, man, I ain't trying to get sick at all. And I know this that time. Look, COVID never went away. It's just not bodying niggas like the first round.
Yeah, I just
But
one of my employees, their spouse just came down with COVID, so they was walking around with a mask, you know what I'm saying, all week. So
okay.
COVID is still out here.
Yeah, it's still COVID and it's still getting niggas sick for 10 days. Now, this
No, man,
version,
10 days is a long time. You feel me? They be 3 days, they be good.
well, I don't know. I mean, I'm in the house, so I'm just looking at the internet.
Yeah.
But this ain't the version that'll kill you, or at least it's not killing niggas like the first round.
Like it was not that first wave. You feel me?
Yeah, that first wave had niggas thinking it was the bubonic plague, but COVID is still out here dangerous as fuck.
Hell yeah. Damn, what I was just about to say. I don't know, man. We get into some topics and shit. Oh, yeah. Did you get a chance to watch the verses last week?
I did watch the verses, man, and I was pleasantly surprised by a few different things in the verses. Number one, Juvie starting it off with 400 degrees. I was like, oh, they coming
Yeah.
out heavy.
So
They coming out heavy.
let me ask you a couple questions before we get into the battle. Um, One, were you a No Limit fan?
I was probably more of a Cash Money fan coming up. I did enjoy No Limit, but I was definitely more of a Cash Money fan in my day.
So, in my estimation, I'm a giant No Limit fan. I feel like No Limit was out so much sooner than Cash Money. That's what I feel. But Silk the
Maybe a year.
Shocker, Silk the Shocker, Charger to the Game, and Juvenile 400 Degrees both came out in 1998.
Okay.
Pac died in 96. So we wasn't fucking with No Limit before 96. So it was
No.
really 97. But it just seemed like it was such a long time that we knew who No Limit was before Cash Money came around, but it was like a year.
Yeah, because I remember being exposed to No Limit like the summer of '97 because I went away to this this like summer program at University of Michigan, and that was like my first time. Like we lived on the campus for like a week and a half, and that was like I remember being in the dorms and hearing like niggas playing I'm Bout It. And I had never heard no shit like that.
Yeah.
And then like, I would be, in the cafeteria area and I would hear niggas talking about they No Limit Soldiers or rapping True. Like the football niggas was on campus. So like they was into like True, No Limit Soldiers. And then like I just remember hearing I'm Bout It every day. And I was like, I never heard no shit that sounded like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like our ballad has a very definitive beat to it. And I just remember like it sounded like almost like a siren when it first started up. And then like P and just like over the first
Yeah.
of it. I was like, who the fuck is these niggas?
Yeah, man. No Limit came through like a wave. You know what I'm saying? I'm biased in the motherfucker. I had the No Limit charm, No Limit chain. Me and my brother, we had
I
like
had a No
every
Limit earring. I
like
remember my ex bought me a No Limit earring in like 11th, 12th grade time.
so like we was fully in it. You feel me? And
Yeah.
No Limit is man, No Limit was just such a thing, man. From of course the P's, the TRUs, the Silk. Niggas say what they want about Silk. Silk got a bunch of fucking hit records, and he can go to a
He
verse.
does.
He can do a verses with niggas, and regardless if you think he can rap or not, because there's a lot of niggas who can't rap right now. That niggas swear they sweet.
That ain't got as many hits as Silk the Shocker.
Yeah, like Silk got hits, he got classics, the whole 9 yards. You feel me? Is he
Are
off
we
beat?
calling Charger to the Game a classic?
In my eyes, fuck yeah.
Okay.
That's my for sure. That nigga, that shit got 7 certified like hit singles on that motherfucker. Albums with like 6 and 7 hit singles, like them is
You can't argue with them shits. That's
yeah,
Drake. Drake ain't doing that.
yeah. Well, Drake probably is, but at some point he
Not
will.
anymore.
Not now.
Not anymore. Not
Yeah.
anymore.
But like whatever. I mean, you know, when something start, it's just a running joke. Like the I'm not even want to get into this, but once somebody says something and another person repeats it, that's just it. So now, like Silk the Shocker is the worst rapper in the world ever. I know current niggas who
Silk
rap
the Shocker was never a great rapper.
at all.
I don't ever want to get that misconstrued. He was never a great rapper. But what he did have that other niggas didn't have is the belief of Master P behind him and a bunch of beats by the pounds beats.
Yeah, for sure.
And you couldn't, I mean, if you wasn't outside, you don't understand what Beats by the Pound was doing in terms of production. Them niggas was lacing the tank for a long ass time. And Silk the Shocker got a lot of good beats. And that Charger to the Game wasn't Ain't My Fault on Charger
Yep.
to the Game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was a huge first single. Say what you want about Silk the Shocker. Ain't My Fault is a huge first single.
nigga, it's
And
a
that
album.
shit took off.
It started with one of the coldest Soldier songs, because you know it's a Soldier song on everybody's
Yeah,
album.
it did.
That
It
big,
did.
I'm a soldier. I bought nigga. That shit was cold. It ain't my fault. Let me hit it. Um, uh,
Yeah, that shit with Trina on there too.
yeah, man, it's a lot of fucking hit records. On that Chargers to the Game joint. So
Yeah.
this is my thinking is this. It seems to me that the older you are, you lean towards No Limit. The younger you are, when I say younger, I'm not talking about like teenagers type shit, but the younger that you are closer to Cash Money. Now that's not like an absolute fact or anything like that. You say you prefer Cash Money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like the younger generation, and I think I understand why though.
Why?
1998 is when between 1998 and 1999, the sound of music changed and the tempo of music changed.
I give you that.
And all of No Limit shit was a lot slower. It was a different BPM than all that Cash Money shit. And like they hit on the nostalgia shit, you know what I'm saying? But like it's a different speed of music. You know what I mean? Like it just is what it is. But I fuck with No Limit. Super heavy. Some of them songs is just it's a slower pace. So when you got it right up next to something that sounds more modern, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but some of that shit, I'm not just going off the pace. I mean, to me, some of the music was just better. It sounded better. And some of that shit I was just into more. I mean,
Like
I'm
400 degrees. Shout out to comedian Macho. He said I rock with both cans. Fiend dropped 2 albums on No Limit. 400 Degrees, one of my favorite albums, like top 5. Fam, 400 Degrees has been in my rotation in my CD player, MP3, car, everything since 1998. Like
I
it has never left the rotation for me. It's a classic album. Just regardless, bar none, it's up there. It's one of them classic joints. And then I just forgot how much the Big Timers and BG and early Cash Money just had a bunch of hits, and I just realized they rapped better than I remember them rapping.
dog, when I think about some of my best memories in life are probably set to a lot of Cash Money soundtracks. I was the first nigga, like the first time I heard "Ha," I knew it didn't sound like nothing I ever heard, but I was like, "Oh, this shit hot." Cause you a baby chasing, you got to like that shit. I remember. Shout out to my homeboy Kyron. I remember Kyron used to live up the street from me. We played football together, and like I said, he probably lived like 4 or 5 houses down on the other block. And Kyron would often ride home with me, and he'd always throw me some gas money or something at the end of the week. But I remember this week in particular, Kyron didn't have no gas money, so he was like, "You all right, dog?"
Yeah, I just dropped something. Go ahead.
So he was like, "Look, I'm gonna give you something because I don't have no gas money, and hopefully this will be as good as me giving you gas money." And what he gave me was the Big Timers album,
Woo.
and I was like, "Man,
Big Timers, that was like 2000, 99, that was like 2000 though, right?
no, this the one that had Wo Kimasabi on there. This was still like early Big Timers. It was like first of all, it had the pen and pixel graphic. It was like two bears on the cover.
Oh, okay.
And he gave me the first Big Timers album, and he was like, "Look, man, this shit got hits on there, and I'm gonna be you some money next time I get some. But like, hopefully, this should suffice." And man, I listened to that album like beginning to end, and that whoa, Kimasabe,
Hey,
big,
hey, big.
yeah, that was my shit. And then
Damn, I
one other Cash Money record that was real huge to me was BG Cash Money is an Army
yeah.
because I was getting ready to quit. I was working at this job. I was working at Ticketmaster. and I started to hate Ticketmaster. They was getting ready to shut down anyway. This is my first time going through like a job layoff or a job shutting down, but I was getting ready to quit Ticketmaster. I don't want to shut out. I'm not going to say this young lady's name because she is a friend of somebody that you know, would always come up there on my lunch break to see me. And she would always bang Lil Kim hardcore when she used to come visit me. She drove a green Lexus and she let the top down and be outside waiting for me banging hardcore. And when I got ready to quit, she had left a CD in my car one time because we had went out and it was BG first CD. And I remember listening to Cash Money as an Army and sitting in the parking lot of my job. I said, I'm about to quit. Like that music was my motivating factor. Like, oh, this is my last day because Cash Money is an Army, better yet a Navy. And I went in that job and I never went back again. And I
Um,
drove off listening to BG as loud as I could.
Mancho said that How You Love That was Hot Boys Neighborhood Superstar. Listen to that shit in 97. He said How You Love That Volume 1 and Volume 2 was like 97. I think that first Hot Boy, unless I didn't like, I don't need no introduction to this. Dum 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 dum. Like, that was like 2000-ish, right?
Yeah, because that was on the Kings of Comedy soundtrack, Number One Stunner.
Yeah.
This was an album before Number One Stunner.
Okay. Um in any event, dog, nigga, that shit was cold. But like the that Big Timers record, so 1998. I'm in 11th grade. First time I heard that shit and saw that video. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this shit? Like, we was making fun of it, and it was like at the time, it was like a meme. Said Jay looked like a Spider-Man villain from Yonkers. uh it was like a meme, and then at some point that shit just switched. And I remember on a Saturday morning, me leaving out of my house, getting on the Evergreen bus, going to Fairlane and buying the CD and coming back and play video games all day and listen to 400 Degrees. So this was like early 98-ish. Well, it was like that was like 98-ish. In any event, like that shit instantly, it quickly became one of my premier albums. It hasn't left my rotation. But the Big Timers, that was like high school and right after high school. Me and my ex, her stepfather, her stepfather's brother and everything. He'll pull up. He worked at Christ. He'll pull up on some Big Timers for sure. He was heavy in the Big Timers and that Number One Stunner and all that shit, man. That was like a soundtrack to a point in my life where you getting out of high school, you quote unquote grown, you moving around, you doing different shit. Like
That's how I feel about 400 Degrees because like that spring summer when I'm leading up to, let's say after spring break, leading up to graduation, that's when Back That Ass Up had kind of dropped as like that next single. And I never forget. I just say shout out to her because it's somebody that's still in my life. I was dating this dark skinned girl with the fattest ass I'd ever seen in my life. She still got a big ass to this day. But I was dating this dark skinned girl that had the fattest. Her and her sister had the fattest asses I'd ever seen in my life. And Back That Ass Up, like every time it came on, they was shaking ass. And I just remember like being out with her at Belle Isle, hanging out of my Cadillac, and they was shaking ass or on my hood, or like shaking ass on my hood every time Back That Ass Up came out. And I was just like, that's back when the strip on Belle Isle and Jefferson was really what it was. No police, niggas policing themselves, and the strip would be bumper to bumper. Niggas outside talking to girls. Nigga, I was 18, 17. I was 17 because I didn't turn 18 to that November. I was 17. We stop at the liquor store right before you get on the Belle Isle. The nigga wouldn't let me buy a whole bottle of Moet, but he would let me get two of them small bottles of Moet and I would buy some Moet and get down on Belle Isle and be pouring Moet out the window to bitches, playing back that ass up, and just on Belle Isle till 2 in the morning, just lapping Belle Isle all night long.
Yeah. That stunner shit was a real thing. I like me and Dan. I used to chill on Dan porch. He stay on the corner. And I'm like, look, I'm 18 years old now. My first credit card was to
Boy,
MJ Diamonds. You feel me?
boy.
Nigga, I want so till this day, I want a gold Rolex, a presidential gold Rolex, the one
Oh no,
that
that's the pinnacle for me. That I
yeah.
want the 44 millimeter. I want the drug dealer Rolly.
No, I want 36. That new shit just came out. But the one that John F. Kennedy wore, the one that's on All Eyes on Me, that's the 36 millimeter. Now,
Okay.
towards sometime in the 2000s, they made a bigger face, but like I've always wanted that watch, right? And Bling Bling came out, they had them bitches flooded. I told Dan, like, nigga, I'm going to get me a gold watch. You feel me? And when I come down the street, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just going to hold my Rolly out the sky. It wasn't a Rolly. You know what I'm saying?
Shador wasn't the first one doing this.
He was not. It was really BG and them niggas. But like me riding down the street, riding down Plainview, like nigga, out the window, like you could see see my watch from a mile, bling bling. That whole era was like something great. So like
Jay,
watching that
Go ahead.
versus was I'm in heaven, dog. I called it a tie. You feel me? Because it was so many records that I like from both. All right, you may have got this one, you may have got this one. I called it was a tie. Great. I'm in nostalgia heaven.
Yeah. I thought it was a great versus. I agree with your sentiment. I feel like it was a tie in terms of because it could have went either way. They both had hits they left on the table. Uh I don't think that even in some regards they performed some of their biggest hits.
They only
But they both
played 12 records apiece.
yeah, so I mean they left a lot of hits on the table, but overall I was entertained. The the vibe of the night wasn't like apprehensive. It was like a big ass party. The
It
only
was
thing I could have the only thing I could have wished is maybe that we would have got that in New Orleans. Like, because I think that would have gave a completely
that crowd.
different tone to it.
That crowd was at Complex Con in Vegas. So it was packed, but like people who go
But
into a complex convention ain't the type of niggas who grew up on No Limit and Cash Money.
yeah,
Also, everything after 500 degrees, I don't count as Cash Money. The Carter 1, the Carter 2, the
like all
Carter
that
3,
all the solo Wayne shit. I feel you.
that shit is not Cash Money. I know it was on some
Yeah, but
technical shit.
it's not the real cash. Like after it's not Hot Boys Wayne. To me, that's Cash Money.
Yeah.
When Wayne went solo, and even like I don't even want to say when Wayne first went solo, because like the Block is Hot was still like
Yeah.
a Cash Money filled record. After them first two Wayne solo albums, though, like it wasn't the same no more.
500 degrees was still on Cash. That was the first one after Juvie left, and it was like a
Yeah,
diss to
yeah.
Juvie because you called it 500
Fo-
degrees, whatever.
Yeah,
But everything else after that, which was the Carter 1, then the Carter 2, and the Carter 3, that ended up being
that
Young Money, Cash Money, and everything. It's different. That's not
that
Cash.
wasn't Wayne no more. Yeah, that wasn't Cash Money no more.
That's not Cash Money. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if Cash Money still exists now. It's not Cash Money.
Yeah, for sure.
It's,
For sure. It's not the
just not.
same. It's
I
not the
don't
same.
like that Lil Wayne wasn't there, though he was in Vegas that night at Dreas nightclub, which is about to close. I think last week was the last weekend it was open. He was
Yeah.
performing on Saturday in Dreas, in Vegas, but did not come to this. And I think that's extremely whack, lame,
I
weak.
wasn't necessarily expecting Wayne to come, but it would have been nice had Wayne been at the verses.
Like, why don't you be normal for one time, one moment, nigga? Just be normal.
Yeah, well, and they on that he on drugs. He a crack. He a dope fiend. Wayne a dope fiend.
I don't know what's up with him, but like be normal. I would have loved to see him get up there and play and sing, perform Damn I Miss My Dogs with all the dogs that you was talking about.
Boy, that would have blew the roof off that motherfucker.
Turk wasn't there, of course. Allegedly, he didn't come because Turk wasn't there. That's what
That
somebody
hot,
I heard somebody say that on the internet. I don't even want to say allegedly.
that
I heard
hot
somebody
boy
say.
shit still in me, nigga.
Can you imagine if he performed that shit looking at
Come on,
Juvie,
man.
looking at BG and rapping the Turk? Come on, man.
There's always that one video. I've seen the one video out there where he performed it and BG was there.
Yeah, I did
And
see that.
like that performance was just so, it was powerful. And for him to, if we would have had a chance to see that, that would have been like our, I think that probably would have eclipsed that Jada Kiss moment that we had with Versus.
Man,
Seeing one,
I'm so happy that everybody performed well and nobody got embarrassed out there Saturday.
nah, you know who was out there who made me feel like they got another album in them? Motherfucking Mia X. The way Mia X was rapping, I feel like the Big Mama got another album or two in her. Like she was out there going.
Man, I
Like she
didn't know
had
that
lost.
she just battled cancer.
Man, she looked good. She looked good. She was rapping good. I feel like Mia X could give us another two albums.
I'm glad her and Pete settled any differences they had. Remember on the Louisiana Fest thing?
Yeah, yeah.
There was definitely some
A little bit of static.
discrepancies, but I'm glad they figured everything out. Oh
Yeah.
damn, you do stay in Vegas, Mach. You said you was in Atlanta, huh?
You wasn't there, huh?
He said the whole Dungeon family was in there at the Atlanta One Music Fest. Everybody except Andre.
Andre. So Chris, shout out to Chris P, because she was at the One Music Fest and she was posting and sending me videos and she showed me like the Dungeon Family performance was crazy. Like she said, everybody, Killer Mike, everybody was there except Andre 3000. Then the next night, I guess Ludacris was the big headliner. Nigga bought out LL Cool J, Jermaine Dupri, Usher. You know, I-20 and him did Move Bitch. Like it was, and she showed me where Project Pat performed. And at the end, man, Project Pat prayed for the crowd and invited niggas to accept Christ at the end of his performance. So shout out to Project Pat, man. Shout out to
Loved it.
Project Pat. Not misleading the flock. Project Pat out there trying to save souls.
Man, that's interesting that you say that. Speaking of like not misleading the plaque, did you see? I'll say
Flock.
this. Flock, pack, whichever the case may be. I've never listened to a NLE Chopper song before, to my knowledge.
Okay.
But I did see these clips floating around with a video that was very similar to Machiavelli. He was like reenacting the video of Hit 'Em
Right.
Up. And so I listened to the song. Well, at first I listened to Rob Markman break down the song. And then I went and listened to the song, aka watched the video. Didn't hate it. Didn't hate it. Never listened to a song from him because I don't. He be weird. He be on some weird shit to me sometimes. But he was dissing Young Boy,
NBA Young Boy.
and he basically said, "Nigga, you misleading the flock. You got these niggas out here doing wild shit. You got them beating on women the whole 9 yards." So it's interesting that did you see anything about this? Hear it, listen to it, watch it.
So I did watch the video because I saw a clip where he was rapping over a nigga that looked like Young Boy and he had him like on his knees. And I was like, is he and that just kind of intrigued me because I didn't know if he was trying to diss him or what the whole thing was. And I have no problems with niggas confronting shit that they feel is wrong head on. He didn't tap dance around it. He didn't pussyfoot about it. He called, and I don't think it was necessarily a diss,
It
but he
was a
called the
diss.
nigga. Okay,
Well,
I mean,
they've had issues for a number of years. Some shit about King Von getting murdered and him and Vaughn was friends, and young boy be. It's a bunch of some shit.
He called the nigga out by name. He didn't tap dance or dodge
Yeah.
around it. And he was very direct about how he is misleading these young niggas. And I'll be honest, it's a it's a certain tone of the music of NBA Youngboy. Uh it it do something to these young niggas that I don't understand. But there was probably a point in time where it was something that the music that I was listening to did something to me that my parents didn't understand. But
But did
I
he though? Like this? Only thing I can think of for me as an adult is when they play some Little John in the club, niggas get to moving around and bumping niggas starts fights. Right?
yeah,
That
I was
is
definitely going to the club and fighting niggas during them Lil
it.
John eras.
But that didn't make me a violent person. That just put you in a situation where you bump into niggas and niggas being niggas.
What you gonna do? Like
Yeah.
I was one of I wore big white tees and jabos to the River Rock,
Yeah.
and when Throw Your Hood Up came on, I was looking for niggas to push.
But also though, that music wasn't geared towards kids because they were talking to niggas in the club,
Yeah,
21 and up.
yeah, that young boy shit. Like when I see pictures of concerts and like these, and I'm gonna use the term even though I hate it, these YNs in there going in there taking their shirts off with the poo shiesties on and rapping about pulling Glocks and you know all of that shit. I see young girls like young kids 11, 12, 13, crying because Young Boy came out on stage. Like to me, I like some of NBA Young Boy music. I ain't even gonna front. I fuck with some of that shit. Came Through is my shit. But like it don't make me want to get out and kill niggas. But again, I'm about to be 44 years old. So I mean, I feel differently, but like when I see quintessential young niggas in places, and I know that that's the soundtrack to their lives, I'd be like, dog, y'all not living for real, because like you can't keep up the same type of energy your whole life and expect to live a long life.
Nigga been in and out of jail. Nigga got like 13 kids.
13 kids,
A lot of
13 bastard children.
domestic violence shit. Some even that made the internet. It's not alleged when you on tape beating up women. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like it's a lot of shit that's going on. But to the actual song, KO is done off of the Don't Look Any Further sample, aka the hit 'em up beat, whatnot. So when he
yeah,
talking to the lookalike, Pac was talking to a Biggie and Puffy lookalike in that same format. He channeled
yeah,
Big. I mean, I'm sorry. He channeled Tupac. I'm using the word channel because what else I'm gonna use? He imitated Tupac. He imitated
that's
Mike
better.
Tyson. He imitated Michael Jackson, and he imitated Muhammad Ali and some slave shit. Like it was a really good video.
Yeah, it
Um,
was.
it was a really good video, and a really good song. I've never heard him really rap before. I don't. I could have possibly heard a song for him and didn't know it was for him, but I've never was like, let me go listen to some
I
song.
never in my life went checking for NLE Chopper.
Yeah.
That just ain't
Um,
what I do.
yeah. Hopefully, though, um, this just stays some music shit. Because when you're dealing with a wild nigga, well, what would appear to be a wild nigga like young boy, long as it's rap, cool. But like, I don't want no trouble.
I feel like Young Boy has that type of ravenous fan base where these niggas could, maybe like take it too far. You know what I'm saying? Like they just so entrenched and in that trance of his music and want to live that lifestyle where they could, turn it into something that's not hip hop. I don't like hip hop. I don't mind niggas dissing each other on wax. I don't like you, you don't like me. But like let's just keep it on the music. You know what I'm saying? Guns don't have to I'm I'm not I'm not looking for a caricature of niggas.
Yeah.
Guns don't have to get you don't have to like me and we don't have to kill each other. You can be a fuck nigga over there, wherever the fuck you live at, and I can be whatever you feel about me over here on the west side of Detroit, and that just be it. We just be two ships passing in the sea.
Is Young Boy signed to Cash Money somehow? I don't know what
I
his
don't,
connection is to
but it's sometimes he got some type of connection with Baby. I always see Baby kind of like,
yeah.
you
They
know,
was together for some years and then they got into it and they wasn't cool, but now they super cool. He was shouting them out the whole time. My only downfall of the verses was Birdman at the end going crazy. Like,
I ain't like the diss to Turk, you
yeah,
know, but
like
yeah,
everybody was cool and perfect the whole night, my nigga. Like, we ain't need this energy.
yeah.
Didn't need that energy at all. You know, Snoop came through and Snoop came through and kicked down the buildings. You know what I'm saying?
Snoop a living legend. You can feel about him what you feel. Snoop
Yeah.
is a living fucking legend.
He came through there and rapped with no track, no backing track, just
Yeah.
me. And he had a little bit of extra oomph in that shit, and then they put in back that ass up the whole 9 yards. Side
And I
note,
mean, and Snoop also had some hits. Snoop dropped hit albums on No Limit Records.
so
We
listen,
can't rewrite history.
if No Limit was able to use Mystical and See Murder, come on, man,
I mean,
we couldn't
both
use
had
See. I mean, you could, but like you
he
couldn't. They
not
didn't
there.
do no true music. No TRU music.
I
They
feel
didn't.
like they did No Limit Soldier.
Yeah, but I think P did that song over on one of his own albums, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying? Like
did.
P is good for using the song over and like, nigga, y'all didn't know what's then. Let's put it on this album. Like, so yeah. I was really, really entertained by that whole shit.
Who would you still want to? Who would you still be interested to see in the verses? What artists?
Well, Jay-Z came out and Jay-Z was overheard on tape. I think it was Rob Markman asking Alicia, like, yo, when is Hove gonna get his flowers? And he came in and was like, yo, ain't nobody can step on that stage with me the whole 9 yards. I would love to see Kanye and Jay-Z, a Kanye and Jay-Z versus.
Because I
That's
was
what I
about to
would love to
say
see.
there's maybe a small list, but there are artists that could step on that stage with Hove
All I need
in the
is 20
verses.
songs, though. Like, we're not talking about like who legacy is better, who's the better rapper, or like who has the most hits. It doesn't matter who has the most hits. We both got 20. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have 105 and I got 27. But my 27 versus your 100, and you only can pick the same number. So like,
I think 20 is too much. Let's do 12 apiece. You bring your best 12,
what's
and I'll bring.
why 12?
I feel like 20 is gonna take a long time.
So they stopped them at 12 because I guess because of time. I wanted them to keep going on Saturday.
Yeah, I could have got a couple more in.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more records. And like, as long as it ain't no like no tension, it's a celebration. That's what they supposed to be. You know, it's a celebration. I don't know. Monch said, I think Rick Ross can go toe to toe with Jay. I do not.
I don't think Ross could. He has hits,
For
but
sure.
like
They
not
different
different levels.
different.
There's levels to this shit.
And when I guess what I say when I say it's different, the energy that's evoked is a different emotion from what Ross do and what Jay do. And I'm not saying it's better or worse. It's different.
It's just
though.
different. Yeah,
It's
it's just different.
I would like to see niggas be like Eminem versus Jay. I don't think that's a fair match. I don't understand why niggas say Wayne versus Jay. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
I think Wayne and Ross would be a better matchup for versus.
I would like to see T.I. go against 50 Cent. He's been asking for 50, you know, he's not doing it, but T.I. versus 50 Cent. I'm picking T.I.
I'm going with Ti too. And I think Ti would drown 50 Cent. I don't think it's going to be if Ti and 50 Cent went versus one another. I think Ti would literally drown 50 Cent
Who you think
because
can match Ti in the verses?
I'm trying to go through my Rolodex very quickly.
'Cause
Maybe,
I think Ti.
maybe like a maybe like a Bun B.
Nope, two different eras. This current era is gonna pick Ti over Bun B. Even though they not,
Scarface.
but they are. They two different eras.
Ti and Scarface.
Can't do it. That's like he's Scarface, not figuratively, not literally or disrespectfully. He's Scarface's son. Like they in a different bracket. Scarface and the UGK or some shit can go back. They in the same
Yeah.
era type thing.
If we talking like niggas in the same era, it would have to be 50 Cent because nobody. I mean, this may sound crazy to say, but like at the time when Ti was kicking up dust heavy, there was nobody out there that could hang with the king. He called himself the king of the South, and it was the truth. Now there are some niggas. I think like Future and Ti would be a good mix. I
I don't
do.
think so.
I do.
They got two different type of musics though. Like Tip play a song with Kelly Rowland or some shit like that. Future gonna do what? Like people who fuck with Future is gonna say that like his shit is very slow and melodic, and it's not gonna work well for in my opinion, for a versus battle where you gotta
Now,
rap and perform.
yeah, maybe not with Ti.
Mm-mm.
I don't. Besides 50, I can't think of anybody else from that kind of era
So
that could go.
look at some of these names in here. So mine say Jay versus Kanye be entertaining. Chains versus Tip. Tip is washing chains.
Yeah, he's killing 2 Chains.
Luda versus Tip may be good because of their beef. You know what I'm saying? Because they beefed
And
and did some
Ludacris got
shit.
hits.
For sure.
Ludacris got hits.
Yeah. UGK versus Ball and G, definitely.
I would pay to see that.
Yeah, Fab and Ti, they on the same type of music. Tip, I think Tip is a more of an established artist than Fab, but Fab got the girl records and like Fab got records. But we saw Fab go against who? Fab and Jada, and
Yeah, I
Jada
want. Yeah, it
won.
was Jada. Yeah.
Yeah, Future and Migos, I could see some shit like that.
Okay. It's that's intriguing.
Yeah,
That's intriguing.
but
Uh,
niggas say
somebody,
like Nas
somebody.
and Jay. I don't want to see a Nas and
No, no.
Jay
So I
versus.
saw an argument on the internet of Nas and Common.
It's Nas.
It is, but it is, but I think that would be like a no. I don't. No, I don't.
So
I'm
listen,
not really. I like Common, but I don't think like
Common got
Nas will
record.
watch.
So
Nas will watch Common.
this is my thing, dog. When I earlier today when I was talking about like myths that happen, and when niggas get something, they'll just run with it. The whole narrative that Nas picked bad beats, right? I don't know who said it, but once somebody said it, we just gonna keep repeating it no matter what. When Jay said Nas got one hot album every 10-year average, like
I mean, that was because it was a diss record.
correct. Like no one believed. So you don't mean to tell me it was written was weak when it has
Nas had
his largest song of his
you,
career?
you know what? Nas had one bad album.
He went out. He might be getting a call or something. I can't hear you no more. Oh, he on the phone. I'm like, what?
Jay,
Yo.
my bad. My son lost his key, so I'm being a dad and shit.
Oh, that's what's up.
But yeah, I think the I got to get up and let the nigga in. He lost his fucking
Yeah,
key.
no.
So,
Mine said
uh,
Nas rebuked Dame's audio. Nas got a bunch of hit records, dog. I mean, it just is what it is, and they sneaky. The nigga been out for 35 years. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it is what it is. But
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, show real quick. I'm recording my podcast. Come here, real quick. Yes, you. Come here. Come here. Come here.
he's
All right.
running.
He don't want to be on camera. You having a bad day? Okay. Take the dog out, man.
You've been trying to get him on for a while to verify some of your lies.
He
I
he
forget the lie you was trying to have him verify.
he not having a good day
Hey man,
today.
welcome to the
Right.
club. Welcome to the
Yeah,
team.
yeah, I ain't gonna fuck with him. I ain't gonna fuck with him. So
Yeah, I do like the whole versus thing, man. Still, it just has to your point. In New Orleans, that versus it'd have been up. You feel me?
yeah,
Um, the venue where the versus is held needs it, and the audio was good. I watched it on Apple Music on my TV. Audio was good. Performances was good. Nobody got embarrassed. Everybody did their thing. Unfortunately, a couple days later, Young Bleed passed away. He
yeah,
performed at the verses and he passed away a few days later. It looks like.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, man, I enjoyed that. It was something else that was going on. Um, what do you think about this government shutdown tomorrow? When niggas is not getting their SNAP benefits tomorrow.
Uh, I think and feel honestly like it's a little bit it's some bullshit. Uh, SNAP benefits. People can make all the jokes they want about SNAP benefits, welfare, things of that nature, but like that's how a very large segment of the country are able to feed their family. And it's more white Americans, more poor white Americans than black and brown Americans on SNAP benefit. I
Shit, I
think,
don't care if give a fuck if they black, white, or otherwise.
I saw a statistic where it said 1 in 5 school age children depend on SNAP benefits in order to eat. Uh,
40% of SNAP recipients are under the age of 18, and another 20% are senior citizens. So 60% of everybody receiving SNAP benefits are under the age of 18 and senior citizens. That alone should be like, okay, let me chill. Regardless if you think that the government should be giving handouts or not, we are, and you can't stop them on a dime. If we was gonna phase some shit out 5 years from now, ain't nobody gonna have it. Okay, you don't. That's not the type of thing to be like, yo, next year this shit is over with. Like you gotta.
you have
It
to
is.
give people the opportunity to prop themselves up. That's not something you pull. It's not something you pull on under the rug from people and say, 2 weeks from now, y'all ain't gonna have no food stamps.
Yeah, that's
And as we enter into the holiday season, I don't care what nobody says. We all looking forward to Thanksgiving in some regard, and that might be, for some people, that might be the only time in the year you congregate with family. There's gonna be food on the table for Thanksgiving. I can remember somebody that's very close to me having some very hard challenges, where there was a time frame where they could not feed their family, but they knew come Thanksgiving, food stamps was going to come in, the church giving out, turkeys and holiday baskets. And they knew for that, if it was just one time in a year, like we going to have, and they had like a rather large family, 4 or 5 kids, a spouse, at the time, grandma living with us, but they knew just be sure you lock the door, man. Oh, you leaving? All right. You take my keys out the door so you can get yourself back in. Just be sure you bring them back because I'm gonna need my keys in the morning. All right. Uh, everything all right? Okay. But yeah, man, it was they just knew that come Thanksgiving, shit was gonna be there in order for them to have like a good quality dinner and shit.
I
So
saw some numbers, graphics, or someone was discussing that like for every $1 in SNAP benefits, it ends up $1.80 comes back into the economy somehow. It circulates back, so it's like technically we're about to lose out of $500 million in revenue or something. You know what I'm saying for this 30-day period if it goes through. And let these folks. I feel like they're gonna figure this out before Thanksgiving, within the next 10 to 12 days, because I don't know that you want this. Not a good thing, dog. This is not a good thing. This is not the time to be doing this shit. And on the politics side of the game, how about we can figure everything else in the budget out at some other time? But for like critical items, let's fund those, and we'll worry about everything else later. But like, you can't stop this right now, and it's not right how y'all playing political games with people's livelihood and their survival. It's getting cold in some parts of the country. It's already cold and snowing.
when people can't eat and feed their family, is going to lead to higher crime.
That's
Because
100%.
I got if I come home and I look at my three kids and ain't nothing in the fridge and they crying because this is day three and we ain't ate shit but water, hope, and ketchup, I'm gonna do something to feed these three kids. And I'm not the only nigga that feels like this. There's a bunch of me's, mothers, fathers, grandparents that feel the same way. You want to see crime increase? Let niggas be hungry. And you're
I
gonna see
mean,
crime go crazy.
poverty is the cause of most crime. A lot of crime. I'm gonna say a lot of crime is caused.
It,
It's directly proportionate to poverty.
yeah, but when poverty is one thing, and it's still people not having basic human needs. But when you say we just gonna cut off the food, figure it out on a family in Michigan where the median income is what? I think we it's $35,000.
Before
And
that,
then now you take out, first of all, I'm barely making it to keep a roof over my head, keep heat on and keep the lights on. Now add on top of that, I gotta feed a family of four where I was getting, let's just say I'm on the low end, I'm getting $350 a month for food stamps, which isn't a lot, which isn't a ton of money. I'm just using that just so we have a broad figure. But say I'm getting $350 a month on food stamps, and now I got to figure all of that out with less.
look, I tell you what. When I'm broke, I make $1 stretch. You feel me? You know, when
Yeah,
you get down to your last 20, 30, whatever the case may be, you find a way to make it stretch. So $350, I can do a lot with that with food for the month. You feel me? Like
yeah.
that's the difference
But you also a
between.
single man.
I'm talking about a parent. Like $350 is not about to break down the fucking economy, but that's the difference between survival and not surviving for a lot of families out here, for a lot of
Exactly.
senior
Yeah.
citizens out here. I deal with old people on a daily basis, and they like, nigga, I'm on a fixed income, like, and no one gives a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm old. I have no value to the world no more. All my value to the world is emotional. I have to be attached to someone who cares about me. And if my children don't fuck with me like that, or they just can't because they're at work in this fucked up economy, and or like old people be like, damn, y'all niggas don't give a fuck about me.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I had a conversation with an elderly gentleman this weekend or this past week. And he broke down to me that he gets SNAP benefits, he gets Section 8, and with his fixed income, he bring in probably about $1,700 a month. He said, if I lose either one of those, he said, and basically his kids, like, yeah, I got kids, but like they not coming to check on me like that. I live in a senior complex with a roommate, and he got food stamps. He's like, if I lose either one of these benefits, he said, I'm basically homeless. He's like, I'm gonna go to a men's shelter or see if they got some rooms at the VA or something like that. If I were to lose my Section 8 or my SNAP benefits, he's like, I'm basically homeless. And he was like, I'm hoping that I can keep SNAP at least. But this man was telling me, he was like, look, out of the 1,700 I get, you know, I got very limited medical coverage. He's like, I'm spending almost $400 a month just in medication. And that shit was breaking my fucking heart
It's
listening
like
to that man talk like
I'm
that.
paying to live. I don't know if you ever seen that movie with Justin Timberlake called Time.
Yeah. And they were paying everybody in time.
And once your time run out, like if I'm paying all my money just for the medicine that's not gonna cure me, they're just gonna keep stringing me along so I
Yeah.
can keep paying. This a horrible way to live, man. This a horrible system. The best horrible system we got, but a horrible system.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I hope they can figure something out. I saw something earlier this evening. They were talking about federal judges had temporarily blocked or said that SNAP benefits may be granted for November. I don't know how quickly that's going to go into effect.
Because
Uh,
tomorrow or is the first. You know what I'm saying? Like people expecting them bitches to
I mean, I know people personally who got in that email that said you're not getting no SNAP benefits on the first. I know
likewise.
people personally. So I
Likewise.
mean, unless something,
I know somebody who just got them for the first time in October. Who done needed
yeah,
them? So boom, I finally got a light at the end of the tunnel. And guess what? You don't just get benefits. I gotta go to classes.
yeah,
I go through interview classes, financial classes. They gave a person like
they're making it
clothes.
more difficult for you to get them now.
Well, it's not even necessarily difficult, but like it's a program that's actually helping because it's helping the person. Like, yo, you either got to be working a certain amount of hours or you got to come to these classes. Here are clothes for interviews. Here are, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is different services. And like, so it's like, I'm like, man, I really do appreciate the city of Detroit government, whatever the case may be, because like this person is in need and there's a program in place that don't fix my issues, but it assists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it assists. And it's not like, here, take this $200 to get the fuck out of my face. It's like, no, let's tell you how to help you manage some money. Let's also get you ready for an interview. Here, they got some place I took them to and go through and come out with clothes for interviews and shit like that. Like it's not just this idea that you just living off the government, blah blah blah. Some people gonna do that shit because they niggas gonna scheme and scam a system. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It is what it is. But that should not be that shouldn't be the determining factor for everybody who needs some help or needs some assistance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And man, I mean, I'll be honest myself. There was a point in time where I was unemployed for almost a year. I never got SNAP benefits, but I definitely had Medicare for me and the kids. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So we could go continue to see the doctor and get prescriptions and do shit like that. Like I had that shit for, a little bit over a year. So I mean, those benefits help. Hold on real quick, Jay. I'm just
yeah,
going.
yeah, man. I don't know, man. To the listeners, while Dame is talking, I just feel like the current set of politicians and how everything is going, they having a pissing contest and they using um the citizens as bait, as leveraging tools, as pawns. Like, I know you don't want them to go without benefits, so give me what I want in this bill, or we ain't gonna do this. Well, we ain't gonna do that. Fam, don't use us as pawns, man. That's just not right, man. Real people who got real lives, real families, and while y'all down there playing political games, you got people livelihood and lives, like just hanging in the balance, while y'all playing political games. Yo, get this shit done, man. At the very least, these are critical items that no matter what can't leave. Fund those and argue about the rest of that shit later, man. You gotta do right by the people, man. You got to do right by the people.
I always think about you've said this before on the show where like it'd be a bunch of shit like nigga, we got $10 million for the Dolphins and say the Wolves, and we gonna pack in SNAP benefits here. So if you don't give us what we want, we not gonna vote on what you want. And that system is not working. Like everybody has, we elect these people and everybody has the agenda. They have what they run on. But the basic needs of your constituents of the American people should not be held up because niggas want to save the forest or whatever it is your political agenda that you're trying to get through on this specific bill. Like that one shouldn't counteract the other. And I sent that shit to our group chat or they was talking about all the things the GOP had voted on and what the Democrats had not voted on. But like you're not showing the whole scope of the story. Like what else is packaged in on these bills? Are we going, you
Well,
know,
yeah, for sure. But all these fucking meetings is public. All them bitches get streamed online. You know what I'm saying? And like the contents of these bills are viewable from the public. So when they say, this is what's in it, and these are the people who voted no, we can fact check that. We can look at that
hey
and be
man, I
like,
love you. Be
man,
safe. Here. Are you just don't lose my keys? Okay. Here, that's the house key. All right, man. Just lock up. Be safe out there. I love you. See, don't forget about the dog in the morning. All right, man.
yeah,
Huh?
man, like,
Hold on real quick. No,
yeah,
man, just
man.
take them with you. Just don't lose them. Okay, because I need. All right. No, man.
Um,
This dad shit don't stop.
I know, man.
Huh?
I-
No, that's what I'm saying. My truck keys are on there. So take off the truck keys, keep the other keys, but just don't lose the other keys because that's got shit on there that I need. But I know you need the house key. And if I just give you a single key, you're going to lose a single key. I can't trust that. So just take my truck keys off of there. You keep the other keys and just don't lose the other keys. Can you do that for me? All right, man. Be safe. Sorry, I got to do dad shit. He ain't staying here tonight. I think he got something hot on the flow. But the nigga lost my house key the other week, so I let him. I got two sets of keys myself, and like, yeah, you could take them keys with you because you need to get in and out this motherfucker. Just don't lose them keys.
I don't want to jinx myself, but niggas still losing keys. Now,
Nigga,
now, granted, I do got air tags on my key. Let me not be that way because I lose something every single day. I think I lose
right?
my keys every day in my house. Okay, but like I got air tags because I lose shit so much. So I can't front like yo niggas still losing shit because if it wasn't for like my watch and beeping shit, I'd be the same too. But an air tag like $25. Man, strap that shit to them keys, man, so you don't never lose that shit.
Look,
And it's
man, he
over.
he just moved back in. You know, I'm gonna talk a little shit. He just moved back in, so like, did he? He's always had a key to my house, but like, if I work from home, if you come home and I'm here, I mean, the door typically unlocked because it's just me and the dog in the house. So I mean, he's always had a key. But like I noticed the other day, we was in his car last week, and I noticed the other day he only got one car key. The car key and the little remote were broke. So he carrying the key and the remote separately. And then I'm like, so where the fuck is the house key? You was like, what's in my bucket? All right. I mean,
Well, take it out your
I-
pocket, open the door.
I'm like, all right, if that's what's getting you around. But he told me like day before yesterday, like I lost my key. I think it's I know the key is somewhere in the house because he let himself in the house the day he lost the key.
Yeah.
But we have, while he has been here, I don't think he has fully embraced moving into this bitch. So like this is shit everywhere. And I'm trying to like give him a little time. He got to get his legs about him, get back acclimated in this motherfucker. But like, you know, get acclimated, nigga. Like this home. Like you can put your shit in drawers. Nobody's gonna fuck with it. I don't need to go in and out of your space upstairs. But like, if you're gonna be here at least a couple months. Like live here. Live here. That's all I'm saying. Just put some shit up. And we have yet to, we still, a boy left my house. A 16, 17-year-old boy left my house. A 22-year-old man moved back into my house. And I have to respect that we are two men. He is not me at 22. He is him at 22. I lived my life at 22. And while I would like him to see and do some things differently, it is his life. And I got to take my hands off of certain shit and just let him do it. So like, do I like everything he do? Not at all. But like I got to respect it and I also have to, let him get acclimated back to living with me cuz he ain't lived with me since he was a teenager and now we both men living together.
You probably
So,
you probably extend him more grace now than you did when he was a teenager because he's a man and I think you more conscious of the relationship and like the delicate balance of it. Like when you guys got your kid in your house, nigga, I'm the father. Do what the fuck I tell you to do because you're a kid and like I'm smarter than you. But like now that
yeah.
you're like grown, you probably give him more grace and you have like probably a little bit more of an understanding. And
Like I'm not going to go yelling and I'm not going to whoop you.
yeah,
I mean, and even if I wanted to jump on you,
I can't right now.
I'm really not in a position where I can like beat your ass.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just a lot of like, hey man, like have the same consideration for me that I'm having for you. Like, so perfect example. Before I went to the hospital, I did a big grocery shopping because I was like, he gonna be here. I don't want him to have to eat out every day. I want him to have food at home, certain shit here. This is home. It should feel like home. Now, certain shit he ain't fuck with. Certain shit he ain't ate and ain't touch. And then the certain shit that like, oh, okay, the next time I go grocery shopping, I need to buy more of this. So one of those things is Rice Krispie treats. I myself love Rice Krispie treats. My son also loves Rice Krispie treats. I saw the box on in the pantry and I was like, bet we still got Rice Krispie treats. I'm gonna grab me one. When I reach in the box,
I got
yeah,
my Krispy treats.
the box is empty. So instead of playing with my emotions, just throw the box in the motherfucking trash. So it'd be small shit like that. I'd be like, somebody use my lotion. No big deal. But like at least put the shit back where the fuck it was.
Two light skinned niggas wasting lotion because nobody knows, nigga. Nobody knows. Niggas just in here wasting good lotion, dog.
Nigga, that's the funniest shit in the world. Cause somebody this week I was talking about lotion and she was like, hold on, you use lotion? I said every fucking day. She was like, I never noticed if you were ashy or not. I said, I use lotion every fucking day. She's like, I
Take
had
a day
no
off.
clue.
See if anybody notices. Like,
Nigga, and this is somebody I've known for like 20 plus years. She's like, I had no clue that you use lotion. I was like, why the fuck wouldn't I? Just give me one reason why I wouldn't use lotion.
Because your skin looks the same with or without.
No, it doesn't, Jason. No, it
When a
doesn't.
dark skinned person is ashy, their skin looks lighter. When you're already light, it don't look lighter.
But I still get like my hands might look a little grayish. Like I still have to use lotion.
So it's like this. Unless you like really, really fucked up, niggas love going to the barbershop, getting a haircut. Makes you feel good.
Shout out to Tone. I still have hair on my head. He gave me a lineup. I haven't had a lineup in years.
Listen, niggas love going and get a haircut, right?
Right?
And they feel better about themselves. They feel like they're a whole new nigga, the whole 9 yards. To everybody else, you still look the same. Like, because like when I don't got a haircut, no shave, like I feel ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I don't look like myself.
See, you don't have no beard neither.
My beard is coming back. I ain't shaved.
Okay. It look.
It's better. Shit, my shit was completely bald 2 weeks ago. My shit,
Okay.
I don't be woofing. I don't got no. My shit take a minute. Okay,
I feel you.
my shit take a minute. But like when nigga get a haircut, oh, you got a haircut. Like you still look like you still. If you thought you was ugly yesterday, you look the same, my nigga. Like, but like, so you probably noticed the ash or the lighter shade. No one notices, my nigga. And your body is great because you got tattoos. We really don't fucking know. Half your body is it got ink on it, nigga. Like, you're not wearing shorts no more. It's October. Like, what do you? Now, granted, moisturizing your skin and having it feel good that's another thing. That's a different thing. Skin moisturizers and all the exfoliating and all that shit. Shout out to you. Do that. But the lotion,
Nobody notices but me.
It's kids in Africa who dying for lotion. Okay. It's kids on Joe Road who need lotion, my nigga.
Lotion just make me feel soft and make me smell good. But like for everybody, again, this is a woman that I've known 20 plus years. We spent a couple years being intimate with one another, and she was like, never knew you wore lotion. I was like, you have touched my butt naked body. And for you to not know that I wore lotion.
She was like, shit was rough as hell. I couldn't tell. Oh,
it's
shit.
Crazy.
Yo, shout out to Curve. Curve was doing some Curve does great content, by the way. The
I love Curve's teacher content.
The teacher content, it's like it don't feel forced. It's natural. Keep it coming. But
I like the one he did this week with the Ghetto Boys. Like this year, Halloween fell on a weekend, and who was trick or treating, and nobody got it.
So I see these every once in a while. This white guy goes around his office. I don't know where they at. It looks like California. I don't know. I just get it's this white office, and he goes around and says like lyrics and gets people to finish it, and they like on like take 73. So this is a whole thing, and they be like, I don't know. But the older the person is, white or otherwise, they get that shit. But the younger the person is, no. Now the people Curve Ags had gray in their beards. I was expecting them to know this year Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys are trick-or-treating. Like, it's one of the most class. Is there a Halloween song? It's that.
Nigga, when I saw that Halloween was on a Friday, it's the first thing that came to my mind that this year Halloween fell on a weekend. Like, that's the first thing that I thought of.
There also, little known fact about Jason Johnson. There was a period in my life that I thought Bushwick Bill was the greatest rapper of all time, and I wanted to be Bushwick Bill.
I've never heard this story, and I've known you for a long time, Jason.
Yeah. I had braids. I used to be really short. I'm small. And when I'm the meanest, toughest the motherfucker, oh, that was my anthem. Because I felt like I was undersized. So you got to be a little tougher when you're undersized. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you were the meanest, toughest motherfucker.
Yeah.
From Joy Road.
Yeah, like I really embodied that song. And like, you couldn't tell me shit about Bushwick for at least a couple months. Because like, I don't know how long that was, but like, nigga, I had the Bushwick albums. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was a really big Bushwick fan, dog.
I remember seeing Bushwick Bill, that Ghetto Boys album where he was shot in the face on the gurney. I
Yep.
had that. I had that album, and I just remember how scary that shit looked. And I knew we don't call them midgets anymore, but I knew a midget, and his mama was a midget, and I remember seeing his mama beat the fuck out of a full size grown woman. Like we had to, like niggas had to pull his mama off of this woman, and I that shit always had me a little bit afraid of midgets.
1995 is what it was. Who's the biggest when that song came out? 1995. So 13-year-old me, I was with it. 19. Who's the biggest? Yeah. Who's the biggest, toughest motherfucker you know? It was me in 1995. 7th grade, by the way. Yeah.
Yes. We don't talk about it enough, but when the Ghetto Boys disbanded at certain periods, there were several different members that dropped solo albums. Bushwick Bill, Big Mike, and Willie D all dropped solo albums. And let me tell you something, that Big Mike album was my shit, and the Willie D album with the Clean Up Man was my shit too.
Willie D is the clean up man. Swipe your girl right off your
Right
feet.
off her feet.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, I don't even remember. That's all I know is that part.
Hey man, when them albums drop, like them niggas,
I forgot that existed till you just said that, and instantly that shit popped in my head.
I remember watching that shit on the box. Nigga, Big Mike burnt down the Rap-A-Lot studios.
That's
It's
crazy.
no rumor to it. Big Mike burnt that shit to the ground and had beef with Jay Prince for years. Them niggas might still have beef knowing Jay Prince.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, funny story. Shout out to Glambot. I was explaining to her how like we hosted Jay Prince in Shop Talk Studios back in the day. And when we hosted Jay Prince, Pilar Sanders, for some reason, was with Jay Prince. And she was like,
and she was like working.
Yeah, she wasn't there chilling and being cute. Like she was doing shit.
Selling books.
And she was like, did y'all have like a little spread or charcuterie board? I'm like, nah. We had a couple bottled waters maybe in the fridge.
It was.
Did we have food?
We didn't bring it. They said that shit. They set that shit up in the little lobby room. It was 100% food. I feel like she set it up because randomly that wasn't too long ago because that memory just popped up on my own line, and I was looking.
It's like in the last 5 years or so.
No, I'm talking about like, you know how like this year, such and such, like within the last month, that day came up again.
Okay.
And I looked at those pictures recently. And like, yeah, and she was in it and she was setting shit up.
No, she wasn't chilling. Like she was working. I remember when we was interviewing, like he had her like outside of the studio. Yeah. She wasn't sitting in on the interview. She was outside in the lobby.
Julie Beverly was there, you know what I'm saying? And there's no way I was going to work that night, dog. I don't call off work. I called off that night because I'm like, I can't be here in the building with Ice Cube, Trick, Jay Prince, Pilar Sanders, Julie Beverly, and like a bunch of who's who in Detroit.
Who's who was in Detroit was at the book signing. And while you called off of work, I was dating this woman, and I remember she told me, she was like, I already sacrificed Fridays for you. She was like, if I don't see you tonight, we are done. And it felt like that scene in Mo Money, and I was just like, okay, I'm not coming. Me and Jay are riding together. Like you said, Q gonna be there, Jay Prince. Like I don't know what could happen for my life this evening. But if this is where it ends, I'm like,
this was the first year of the Big Three. The Big Three was in town.
I remember that.
Like it was
That's why
Rolls
Ice Cube was
Royces.
in town.
Yeah, it was Rolls Royces in the parking lot of the studio and shit. They came and got the studio people came and got me like, just let us know next time.
It was two. He was two Rolls Royce. He pulled up two Rolls Royces deep in the parking lot, and she was like, "If you don't come over tonight, I guess we're just done." And I was like, "It's been fun, but I'm not." I remember being with you, and you was like, "I called off," and then I remember her calling me maybe like 15 minutes later and giving me that whole ultimatum, and I'd already decided before you called I wasn't going with her. Like we was hanging that night and we was going, and whatever happened for Shop Talk, it was gonna happen. And we rode. First of all, it was an incredible night, but we rode together, and I was just like, if this is where this thing ends, then this
Like
is this is where it's gonna end.
I can count on one hand how many times I ever called off work. You know what I'm saying? Not like schedule some shit off a couple days in advance, but like
No, like same
somebody's
day.
expecting me to there, and I'm not. Literally one hand. I think it's like my uncle got murdered. That doesn't count because I was at work and I left. I had just got there, but I'll give that one. When I'm thinking about this, I'm talking about when I was 16 years old.
I feel you. I don't
It's
call
been-
off of work a lot neither, so I
I
get it.
think it's been a total of like 4 times.
I feel like Jay Prince personally told us, like, y'all should come out because we
Yeah,
gonna
because
be at
we got
the such
invited.
and
How
such.
the fuck am I
Yeah,
not go when Jay Prince invites you? Like, because we were just recording the session for the twins. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
And he was like, we gonna be here tonight, and y'all should come out to this. Yes, yes,
no, I don't try to sit
yes.
down like that. You feel me?
And
And I
we
just like, there's no way I can leave here, go home, put on a shirt and a tie, and and sit up for the rest. I'm like, I can't do it, dog. Like, I'm
all I
not even supposed to be here in this office. Like, I can't do it.
all I was thinking about, like Jay and the twin, because we took a whole bunch of pictures with each other that night. And all I could think about is I'm gonna be at this off. I'm gonna be with her, and Jay and the twins gonna be networking, rubbing shoulders, meeting whoever the fuck they meeting, and Jay gonna be like, "Yeah, me and my partner got the studio. Where the fuck is your partner? Laid up under some bucket head." And I was just like, I'm not. She's like, if you don't come, it's done with. I was
Man, that's
like,
really fucked up when you think about it, right?
no,
Um,
it's not.
no,
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 it's
no, no, no,
not.
no, no, no.
Oh,
Follow me. When you dating somebody who is a creative, um, and they got an opportunity and they're trying to do something to like give them an ultimatum like that, like, listen, I'll put up with your little weak ass dreams on Friday, but this where this shit stop. Like, how disrespectful that is to somebody's like art or whatever the case may be. Like, I it's not lost on me how difficult it is to give up a Friday and how it does impact a relationship, whatever. But I give somebody an ultimatum if they can. Come on, that's just tough. That's fucked up.
I think that people don't realize when you date or deal with a person that is creative, and I'm not to say that we are just above whatever stipulations in a relationship, but my mind, my body, my creativity works outside of 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, do we both have done music. I still dabble in this shit. If a studio session starts at 10:30, all right, I'm gonna be there at 10:30 because that's what time the session start. Nigga, I wake up in the middle of the night with ideas and I need to jot them down. I need to get them out of my head before I lose them because if I go back to sleep, I'm not gonna have the same idea in when I wake up in 2 more hours. People may think it's crazy, but I see and hear shit in my dreams, and I'd be like, I got to do it. Because for me, I thoroughly believe that God talks to you in your quiet time. sometimes your mind might be moving too much or you into too many things. And he knows that when you sleep, he got your undivided attention. When I wake up at 2, 3 in the morning, I pray or I write things down or I try and remember things. Nigga, it may sound crazy to everybody, but the main reason I'm not cutting my beard right now is because in a dream, somebody told me in my dream, don't cut your beard until you look like Jesus. And then I woke up the next day and I remember I was in the hospital. I woke up the next day and I was talking to one of my doctors who was like a younger Arabic guy. And he told me, he's like, you're not really doing anything unless you do it for a bare minimum of 6 months. He said, if you do anything less than 6 months, he was like, you just dabbled in it. But he was like, if you don't commit yourself to something for a bare minimum of 6 months, you didn't do it. And I was
So
like,
I haven't shaved since October 16th. 6 months from that date is my birthday, April the 16th. So we'll see how much I can grow my beard until my birthday.
I don't want to cut, like, it made, I don't care what nobody else says or thinks about my dreams, but I believe in them thoroughly. And if something told me in my dream not to cut my beard, I'm not going to do that shit
Man, my
until
dream
I get some other confirmation.
my dream's been very active this week, man. I think what I'm gonna start doing is waking up and voice recording what my dream was just about. Right. Because what I do at work is whether I'm having a one-on-one, I'm doing my daily recap, nightly recap, or whatever, I just dictate it to the voice memo, right, on my phone. Then I copy and paste the transcript that it does automatically, drop that shit in Copilot at work or Chat GPT or whatever to like organize it or whatever.
Yeah.
If I do that shit with my dreams, an ex of mine earlier in the year reached out to me and on Instagram and told me about a dream that she had, a very detailed dream with me and her, and it was very interesting. So I copied it, I dropped it in ChatGPT and said, "What do you think this means?" And the answer was amazing. And so I shared that. I'm like, "Look, what you told me, this is what it could mean." And she was like, "Man, it was like you maybe have unresolved issues with trust, or because my mom was in a dream or whatever." And you're like, maybe it was like super, super deep. That got me thinking, like, well, maybe I should just record all my dreams that I can remember so quickly and then, try to figure them shits out. You know what I'm saying?
I keep a notebook besides my bed and I write down things that I hear or I remember from my dreams. I say all that to say is that when you date a creative, you have to understand you dating somebody that doesn't think, work, or move like you do. And if that is too much for you to deal with, that's just the wrong person for you to deal with. I'm not always a 9 to 5 nigga. Like if an opportunity pops up, let's just say I'm in my best health, I'm not going through the shit that I'm going through. There is, a producer in the city that I want to work with. Word get back to me to like, hey yo, he gonna be here at 11:50 and he ain't got no sessions until 1 in the morning. You may want to just fall through.
I'm in
I'm
there,
gonna
man.
be I'm gonna be there.
I'm
I'm
in
gonna be
there.
there.
What we talking about?
I'm gonna be there.
And not only am I gonna be there, I'm gonna be there early. I don't show up late.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat him there. I'm gonna be in the studio kicking it with my engineer friend. And when he walk in, I'm here. Oh, what a coincidence. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like when shit, I look at it like a nigga, like shout out to Pharaoh. Where we've had opportunities with Pharaoh when the Courtney Bell shit popped up. Like, yeah, we knew maybe a few days in advance. But like, fuck what else I got going on. Like, yeah, it's supposed to be from 6 to 10. But if he's still doing new music at 10:30, I'm not leaving just because it's 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Of course
I'm
not.
in this bitch.
Of course
I'm
not.
in this bitch.
You feel me? Hey, listen, man. That's how it should be, man. Have some faith, nigga. I feel like you don't believe in me, nigga. You give me an ultimatum, nigga. Do you know who Jay Prince is? Do you know who
But
Ice Cube is, motherfucker? Like,
but let me explain it to you even better than that. I'm not willing to compromise our relationship for my dreams. So if you ever put me in a position where it's like it's either me or what you believe in, bitch, you gonna lose every single time.
I would not even give a person an ultimatum like that, dog.
But some people are just built like that.
I would
Some
not
people are
even.
built like that.
I was in I just wouldn't do that to somebody. Now that doesn't mean that I'm just okay with whatever that person decides to do. You know what I'm saying? I may decide that, this is not gonna work out for me because you got a lot going on I don't want to deal with right now, right? But I'm not gonna give you the ultimatum because you're gonna fucking hate me when that was your opportunity and we both see that you blew it and it's my fault.
Hey, or even better, I didn't laugh in your face when you told me you was gonna sell flat tummy tea. Uh, I didn't when you bought a box of waist trainers. I didn't laugh in your face. Did I believe in it? No, but I kept it to myself. but I didn't laugh in your face when you told me that no, that girl working out on the internet. That's how she got her body. She ain't get no BBL. I didn't laugh in your face. I didn't. I didn't. I said, you know what, babe? If that's what that flat tummy tea going, yeah, even though you still eat Arby's 4 times a week, that flat tummy tea gonna get you. You drink that shit every night, your body gonna look just like Cash Doll. It
Yo, I'm not
is.
trying to make a I'm not this not trying I'm not trying to be funny.
I am.
But like,
I am.
does a anybody ever had a waist trainer that worked? Because just squeezing the fat in your stomach, male or female, do not make it go away. I don't, and like you can't sweat out fat in a particular. That's not a thing. So maybe I just have a different understanding of what the waist trainer thing is supposed to be. Because like I don't understand it. What how does it supposed to work?
Hey man, all of y'all that had them, just what happened? Where is it? What was the end result? What was the end result? How long you wear it? Because I know you ain't give it 6 months. I know you ain't give it 6 months.
Yo, this shit looks scary, dog.
They do a little bit, but
Like if the other half was on there, it looked like a skeleton face. You feel me?
it would. When you switched it to white, it looked a little wild. But like, I didn't laugh in your face when you was drinking flat tummy tea every night and you was drinking your okra and cucumber water and told me that this is gonna get your body together.
Yo, I
I
just
didn't
found
laugh.
out about okra water like last week. That shit is I can't do it.
Okra has a very slimy texture when you cut it and you put it in the water. And no, thank you. Just
So
a
what I
little.
did hear though, that if you put lemon juice in the okra water, it takes that slime away, but still has the same nutritional value because like I seen them how they make it and it looked like water. It's just slimy water. And I don't my brain can't even compute slimy water. You feel me? Because
Yeah,
what's going on?
I'm just not interested. But I didn't laugh at you. I
Yeah.
didn't laugh at you. And I didn't tell you that you were still gonna be fat in 3 months. I encouraged you.
So
So
that one looks really scary.
it because it's like half of your face.
Yeah.
But we I'm
This
not
is
trying to
thumbnail.
compare. I'm not trying to compare. I'm not trying to be evil, Damon, because the Lord did actually fix my heart.
Big
But
facts.
you know, your flat tummy tea was your mixtape. Flat tummy tea was your mixtape, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
You know what I'm saying?
When you started your OnlyFans, and I said, that's not a good idea, and then nobody subscribed for 90 days. I didn't say shit. I didn't
Damn,
say
that's
shit.
fucked up. Like nobody on your OnlyFans. You just on that bitch naked for yourself.
Hey, you thought it was Instagram shadow banning you. Was that no? Nobody wanted to see you with your clothes off, or pay to see you with your clothes off. So but I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's all I got. Whose man's is this?
Whose man is this? I don't think I got one low key. Who did some dumb shit this week? I don't got one.
I
I gotta be better at that. I wasn't. I've been out. I kind of been out of it. Been dealing with some shit this week, so I ain't really been tapped in like I'm supposed to with the dumb shit going on in the world. But
That's fair. Life happens. And I'm the nigga that knows life happens. I do have two music picks of the week. One, I want to shout out to Glambot Chris because she did put me up on this song, but Charity, Save Your Soul, off the Warm and Soft album. I think Charity is a huge talent from the city of Detroit. Save Your Soul is a beautiful song. The Warm and Soft album is amazing. I want my woman cooking shrimp and grits, listening to Charity in the background because I know she making that music with love. Uh,
also want my woman warm and soft.
I do because
Double entendre.
a lot of y'all niggas are no limit soldiers, and I don't want I don't want a no limit soldier.
Chill out, me
Uh,
and X.
right. Second music pick of the week. To this week was the 25th anniversary of the Outkast album Stankonia, and one of my favorite Outkast songs ever is on this album, Bombs Over Baghdad, which is essentially the soundtrack to my life. It's chaotic and melodic, but Bombs Over Baghdad, the first like that shit
Don't
hits
pull the
for me.
bang out unless you want to bang.
Bombs over Baghdad. Like I love that song, and Bombs Over Baghdad honestly feels like my life. Is
Rag
that
top.
is that
Yeah.
it's melodic and chaotic, which is essentially my life. So both of those will be on the playlist by the time you're listening to Shop Talk Podcast on your Saturday. Also, I just want to make mention Saturday is when God has blessed me to see 44 years of life. I'm not asking nobody for no, if you want to cash at me something or Apple pay me something, I will accept. I'm not gonna be on here dry begging no. If you want to do anything for me, please keep me on your mind and in your prayers as I continue to heal and get back to 100%. If you love me or fuck with me, you know where to find me. I'm taking all birthday shout outs, texts, thank yous, emails. If somebody want to bless me with something, I ain't too proud to accept, but I'm not gonna be dry begging. But when you hear this, I'll be 44 years of life, and I thank God for the gift of life.
Thank God for
You
the game.
Amen. You never know how how much his life is a gift until you get close to not having it. And I know from personal experience that every day is a gift. Every day that I open up my eyes and I can put 2 feet on the floor, I thank God because I know how close I was to not seeing another day. So the only thing I want to celebrate is living to see. If I open up my eyes tomorrow and I see 44 years of life, I am thankful for it. So thank God for everything that He has done for me, my life, my family. If you're listening to this, God has done something for you too, and you should be thankful for it. So, be good to yourselves and each other. It is your man, Dame Gone Wild. Uh, Is Dame going wild on everything that matters. The West Side Luchador is still out here riding. I thank God for another year. I thank God for the love and support of the Shop Talk Podcast family and the connection that we have. When you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. Oh, it's that nigga hating pit bull. I mean, it's that nigga hating
Yeah, you got
German
the nigga hating
Shepherd.
pit bull.
Yeah, I got the pit bull, and you got the nigga hating German Shepherd.
It's your man Jay Johnson 313 on everything that matters. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cartoon niggas. I'm a white man. Last Sunday, man, I was fooling. I only sent a couple people this full video. I was in this suit and I was just having a ball by myself, cleaning up, trying to do something else, and I was just this motherfucker having a ball. Pray for me. You know what I'm saying? Doing some shit this week. We'll figure it out. Also, trying to do some new shit. Hopefully that works out for me. when you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. Well, technically, y'all see purple and orange and white on
It's the holiday.
on the
It's
Halloween shit, but I am a cartoon. You feel me, niggas? Anyway, when you see the blue and the black, you know you at Shop Talk Podcast. I'm not saying we the Rockefeller of podcasts, but we are Jay and Dave.
Hell yeah.
Peace.